Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, Cynicalex, and today we have a brand new community event after a few months of not having any, and this time it is for Marvel Studios' Black Widow. So they're trying to promote the movie. It is coming out actually today, July 9th. It is going to be out in theaters, at least in North America and Europe, I think, and it's going to be on Disney Plus for everybody in the world as of 3 a.m. Eastern time. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be paying to watch it at home because I don't want to go to the theaters. Anyways, so they want to advertise the movie, rightfully so, makes sense. So they've thrown together some events for us, the players. Now, I want to show you guys the rewards first, and I want you to I want you to know the rewards so that you can then see what's required of you and then decide whether you want to do it or not, because maybe you just don't want to do it. So anyways, there's first an SNS, which is basically a social media post that you have to do, and that's going to get you a 5-star character chest and 100 black antimatter, 100 chaos north stones. This one's very easy. You can do it in like a minute. So yeah, I think the reward to effort here is very easy, but then it actually gets easier. You have normal agent mission 1-2, and then advanced agent mission 1-2. Now, you cannot do all 4 of these, unfortunately. You can only do one of them. As far as I've understood it, it says each mission type has a 1 or 2, and agents can participate in up to 2 missions. So you can't participate in both normal and advanced. You can only participate in, I guess, one of each. So you can either do like normal agent mission 1 and advanced 1 or advanced 2. Like you basically choose 2 of the 4 that you see there, or maybe you have to do both normal or both advanced. But anyways, you can't do all 4. But for these ones, you get some pretty, like honestly, all of these rewards are good. You get some boost points in black antimatter, you get uniform XP chips and chaos thorn stones, and then for the advanced ones, you get either CCF and Essence of Dimension, or you get 150 card crafting cubes and 150 Titan component packs. That's actually pretty nice. That's like a day's worth of Titan. That's over a day's worth of Titan component packs. So now that you've seen the rewards, what do you have to do? And don't worry, I'm not only going to explain it to you, but I'm going to show you an example of at least the very first event. So the very first event, and these are both these events are running until almost July 20th, so you still have plenty of time. You got about 10 days, 9 days. Basically, for the first event, you're going to either take a screenshot or record a video of yourself playing, not yourself, like the game, playing the legendary battle for Black Widow. It doesn't matter what difficulty you do, any difficulty you want, any mission you want, as long as it's the Black Widow legendary battle, not the end game or Far From Home, or don't get cute with it. It's got to be Black Widow. So you either take a screenshot while you're playing, or you record a video of your phone when you're playing, and then you have to upload that to SNS. SNS in Korea means social media, so it could be Instagram, it could be Facebook, it could be Twitter, it could be YouTube in the case of a video. But keep in mind, very important thing here, you have to post it somewhere that it's going to be publicly available. This is where a lot of people I think are going to make a huge mistake. And it says right here, links that are non-public. And it says here again, they basically repeated themselves. Event posts without a link or with a non-public link will be excluded. So let's say you do this, you take a screenshot and then you post it to your private Facebook account where you don't have any Netmarble employees added as friends, of course, so they can't see your post. So then they can't click on it, and then you don't get any rewards. So make sure you don't, make that mistake, and make sure you're posting it somewhere that's public. So you basically post it somewhere public, and you include the hashtags Marvel Future Fight and the hashtags Black Widow, and then you're done. That's all you have to do for event 1. And now I will give you an example. Oh, sorry, one more step. After you've done that, you then have to make a post on the Black Widow SNS page. And the Black Widow SNS page you can see over here, I believe. You can see it peeking out here from the corner. Yeah, so under events, you'll see the Black Widow SNS, and you go here, and then you have to write a forum post. And the forum post, of course, is going to just contain a link to your social media post where you posted a video or a screenshot. So I'll give you the example now here. I just made this 2 minutes ago. This is my entry for the Black Widow SNS event, and you put Black Widow SNS in the title, and then you put a slash, and then you put your code name, like your player IGN, not mine, put yours. And then I put my link to my, so this is my SNS. This could be your Instagram post, your Facebook post, wherever you posted the screenshot or the video of playing Black Widow Legendary Battle, that is where you will go. That's what you will link, and that's where the link will take you. And then I just cheekily said, follow me on Twitter for more banter and good vibes. And you know what? If you want to follow me on Twitter, come on down. Come on down. I already got 12,000. Let's get 12,000 more. So this was my post on Twitter. This is my SNS post. And I said here, it doesn't really matter what you said, but I said, still love the Legendary Battle a year later. Gives me major Spy Hunter vibes from the 90s, and I love it. If you guys don't know Spy Hunter, it's an amazing arcade game from the 90s. So good. You should definitely play it. And then I included the hashtags, Marvel Future Fight and Black Widow. You absolutely have to include those hashtags, so yeah. And then I just had a little video here that I recorded because I have all the recording equipment because I do YouTube videos. And I just recorded myself beating up Taskmaster in the 3rd Legendary Battle. It's honestly easily one of the best pieces of alternative content in the game. It's so fun, it's so fresh, it is unlike anything else in the game, and it really shows the depth that this game has as far as game modes go. This game's so underrated with stuff like this. The devs really deserve a round of applause for it. So yeah, this is the very first event. Again, you don't have to post on Twitter like me. You can post on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like any sort of social media, Weibo. And then what do Korean people post on? Not what's it called? Naver boards, like anywhere that's public, you can post it. I don't know if you can post it on Naver boards actually. Maybe you can. Anyways, just include the hashtags, include the link, make the post, and you are done. It's very straightforward, and that is for the first round of rewards, which is the rewards here. These rewards up here. And then for the normal or advanced agent missions, this one is somehow easier. Basically for event 2, you're going to choose which mission you want to participate in. So you're either going to choose, okay, so they cannot participate in both normal and advanced. Okay, so based on this wording, you can either choose to do both of the normal missions or both of the advanced, but you can't mix and match. So you basically choose in advance, do you want tier 2 materials, boost points, and XP chips? Which honestly is a good choice. Or do you want a bunch of tier 3 materials and card crafting cubes? I personally think the advanced agent missions are better, but again, you can either do both normal or both advanced, but you cannot mix and match. I repeat, you cannot mix and match. And then all you have to do is follow the mission and do what it says. So the normal mission says clear the story mode showdown 8-3 when use Black Widow. So all you have to do for that is go to story mode 8-3 dimensional clash. It doesn't even say you can do normal, right? And then just go to 8-3, which is the showdown, and make sure you use Black Widow, and then just screenshot it when you're done, when you're on the victory screen, and it shows Black Widow's icon. That's done. The second one is purchase one of the Black Widow inspired uniforms. So that one's going to cost you crystals. I don't know if that's the best idea, but if you've already purchased one of them, you don't have to purchase another one if you've already purchased one. You can just screenshot the uniform that you have equipped, and they give you an example here where they just show you Black Widow. So this is fine if you've like bought the uniform a year ago. You can just screenshot it and then you're done as well. So yeah, most players should actually be able to do that. So those are the normal missions, and then you're going to post those on another board. I don't think that board has gone up yet, so that's where it's a little bit confusing for this event. This event is actually starting on the 11th or the 12th, so it's still like 4 days away. So it's a tiny bit confusing, but yeah, you're gonna look for the board called Marvel Future Fight Room Agent Growth. Again, strange name, but if we go over here, we can see that there is no Room Agent Growth. So it'll pop up. It'll probably pop up under events. They'll have a different tab here that says like Agent Room Growth or MFF Agent Room Growth or whatever. And then in that sub menu, you will post your screenshot of the uniform that you purchased if you're doing the normal one, and then of the completing mission 8-3. For the advanced missions, you just have to show yourself doing the legendary battle for Black Widow and getting the normal difficulty mythic supply chest and the extreme difficulty mythic supply chest. So yeah, that's super duper easy. Keep in mind, if you get the extreme chest, you have to have the legendary battle purchased. So before you do the advanced missions, make sure you've purchased or you're about to purchase the Black Widow legendary battle. Because if you're not going to purchase the Black Widow legendary battle and fork over the 2,500 crystals, then you're not going to get the reward. You're not going to get number 2. You're not going to get this. You're only going to get that. So again, maybe you just want Cosmic Cube Fragments and Essence of Dimension rather than all 4 of these rewards. But if you want both, you do need to have the legendary battle purchased. And then all you have to do is go over to the legendary battle and beat it twice. You have to beat it twice on a day when you can actually still collect rewards, because you need to show the supply chest. So you go into extreme, you go into, again, any mission. The second one is the fastest, and you just beat it once. Keep in mind, actually, there's a little bit more to this one. Keep in mind, you have to have the uniforms mythic. So for this, for whatever mission you choose, in order to show the mythic supply chest, and you can see here, oh no, you can see, where do I show it off? This one? Yeah, you need to have the uniform mythic in order to get the mythic chest, in order to show the mythic chest. So this one has a few more steps, my bad. This one's a little bit more difficult, or whatever, expensive, like you have to invest in these characters. So you have to have either Yelena, Black Widow, or I believe, oh, it's Black Widow again. Okay, so you have to have Yelena or Black Widow, one of their uniforms at Mythic, one of their new uniforms at Mythic, in order to, I think it might just be the black one as well. It might not even be the white one. This one's the white one. The other one is the black one. So you have to have those specific uniforms Mythic in order to collect the Mythic Extreme chest, in order to show it. And then for the normal difficulty Mythic chest, you just need to go into normal mode and get the Mythic chest. And again, to get the Mythic chest, you're gonna need to have the uniform at rare. So you're gonna need to own the uniform, and then it will have to be at least at rare rank. It doesn't need to be Mythic, but it needs to be rare. So yeah, I would say maybe don't do the advanced missions, although the tier 3 materials are really good, if you don't have both of those uniforms Mythic, because you're not going to be able to collect the number 2 rewards, the 150 TCP and the 150 card crafting cubes. So yeah, you basically just do those 2 fights. You go to your inbox and you screenshot. It will be here, right? You just screenshot it, or you can screenshot the victory screen once you've done the chest. Like, I'll just show you really quickly here. Go into extreme mode. This is like spiders in the snow. Is super duper easy. It's the one I recommend doing. And you skip through this. Okay, and he's dead. There you go. It's really, really fast. It's basically as fast as the Ragnarok, the Thor Ragnarok legendary battle. And then you could screenshot this page, right? One time with the extreme mythic chest and one time with the normal mythic chest. And then you take those screenshots if you're doing the advanced missions. If you're doing the normal missions, you would take the screenshot of 8-3 and one of your uniforms from the Black Widow movie, and you would post it on the board, the Marvel Future Fight agent growth board that doesn't exist yet. You would post it there with this example title. So you would put in which one you're doing, normal agent, you know, which missions you're doing, and then what your IGN is, what your in-game name is. And there's their example there. They're doing number 2, which is one of the uniforms. Then they're screenshotting the uniform that they purchased. So yeah, these are the 2 events. I generally like these events. They're generally pretty straightforward. They're generally pretty rewarding. And it just gets the community involved in a different way. You have to go into the forums. You have to log into the forums. So you have to like connect to the forums if you've never done that before with your in-game account, because it asks you for your player ID. So you go into the settings, you go into options, you get your player ID, yada, 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 if you haven't already done that. But it's a nice little change of pace from some of the other in-game events. And yeah, there isn't really much else to talk about, so here we are. Anywho, I actually do have another video cooking up for you guys later today, so look out for that. It involves lots of comic cards. I'm going to take a page out of Godzillinator's book and remix something that I've been doing kind of behind the scenes, basically, which is just re-rolling cards and getting shafted. So I want to show you guys getting the shaft. Rather than saving the shaft for myself, I want to share the shaft with all of you. Anywho, let me know what you think of the Black Widow events. If you've seen Black Widow without spoiling it, let me know down below in the comments if you liked it, loved it, or didn't really care for it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.